Hi there, Margie Foley here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I just wanted to share some of what Ron and what the Fletcher community means to me. First of all, I want to thank you, Ron, for being my teacher and for being such a big inspiration to me in my life. I really feel so inspired every time I get to be in the studio with you. And I just love to hear your magical words of wisdom and truth. They seem magical to me. You know, I love when you tell us about your history with Martha Graham and with Joe and Clara Pilates and between everybody and each other and all of your teachers. I just love to hear those stories. I also I love those moments at the end of, usually at the end of the seminars, where you're standing in the front of the room and we're all following you, following your movement. And you know, you never really know what's coming next, but somehow you just follow your intuition, you follow the breath patterns, and we all end up doing the same thing. And it's such an amazing feeling, and an amazing feeling of community, which I think is such a great thing about Fletcher. That great sense of community that we get. It's really important to me. Another thing is, I want to thank you for demanding so much from us. I think that it was during passing the torch when it really hit me that, you know, you're just not doing Fletcher Pilates if you're not giving it your all. And that just means, you know, you have to be in it, what you're doing, and you have to be working your best, working everything to the limit. And God forbid you're standing in front of us, and we're not. Just kidding. But actually, I appreciate when you get angry, because I know that you're just telling us that we're not doing our best and that we can do better. So I thank you for that as well. But getting back to giving our all, I really think that it's so great in the Fletcher work that we are so exact in our form, and that we work every single joint in the body, and from head to toe to fingertips, every part has somewhere it needs to be through the movement. And I think that's a great thing, to be aware of where you are in space and to learn how to move. I love the fact that this work is movement and it's not just a bunch of exercises that people do. I think that it really makes it special, and it makes it more fun to do, and you know, you're really learning how to utilize your body the way that it's supposed to be used, and in a more graceful way. Going back to the exactness and form, I love that, but on the flip side, I think it's really unique and special that in Fletcher work we also encourage creativity in that we work with improvisational movement a lot. And that kind of brings me back to a special time that I'll never forget. I think it was the last 10-day intensive in Tucson where, you know, it was the end and we were doing an improv, and the music were, I think it was like African drum beats. And it was so amazing, the feeling of community, well, community, but everyone dancing together and dancing away from each other, that we just kept on going, and I think it was at least a half hour later than we were supposed to end the workshop. Thank God I booked my plane later in the day, because that was such a great experience that I'll actually never forget that. You know, it was really fun, and you know, a great ending to that emotional intensive that it was, to the emotional intensive it was. Oh, Ron, I just want to thank you for being you, and thank you for sharing your gifts with us, and thank you for allowing us to carry your work on. I think that the world needs it, and it's definitely a better place with Fletcher Pilates in it. And I just want to thank you and let you know you're forever in my heart.